Hi everyone, this is Joe from the Livingston Public Library, here to tell you about the next meeting of our virtual book club, Unstuck in Time, which will take place starting at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, December 1st, 2020. Now today, the day this video comes out is November 11th, which also happens to be the birthday of my all-time favorite author, Kurt Vonnegut. In fact, the name of the book club, Unstuck in Time, is a phrase I took from his most famous book, Slaughterhouse-Five, about a man who becomes unstuck in time. And from the moment I came up with the idea for this club, I knew I wanted to have at least one meeting that focused on one of Kurt Vonnegut's books along the way. But when I was trying to decide which Kurt Vonnegut book I wanted to discuss in this club, I figured it might be more interesting not to choose Slaughterhouse-Five, at least not at first, because he's written so many great books that fit in with the club's mission of revisiting sci-fi and fantasy novels from at least 25 years ago to see what they may say, either intentionally or unintentionally, about the way we live now. And I thought, why not go with a Vonnegut book that isn't so well known? So for our next meeting, I chose this book, Galapagos, which is, in my opinion, Kurt Vonnegut's most underappreciated novel. It was originally published in 1985, and it's set roughly 1 million years in the future. It's narrated by the ghost of a man named Leon Trotsky Trout, who tells the story of a small band of mismatched humans who become shipwrecked on the Galapagos Islands after a global financial crisis cripples the world's economy in the year 1986. Shortly thereafter, a disease renders all humans on Earth infertile, except for the shipwrecked group, making them the last specimens of humankind, and the novel chronicles this population's evolution over the next million years. So as you can grok from that little synopsis, there's much in this book that can spark some interesting conversations in our current timeline. There's also this passage from the book, from pages 16 and 17 of Galapagos, that I think might be especially relevant today. If Charles Darwin had not declared the Galapagos Islands marvelously instructive, the islands would have been worth no more to Ecuador than the slag heaps of Staffordshire. Darwin did not change the islands, but only people's opinion of them. That was how important mere opinions used to be back in the era of great big brains. Mere opinions, in fact, were as likely to govern people's actions as hard evidence, and were subject to sudden reversals as hard evidence could never be. So, the Galapagos Islands could be hell in one moment and heaven in the next. And Julius Caesar could be a statesman in one moment and a butcher in the next. And Ecuadorian paper money could be traded for food, shelter, and clothing in one moment, and line the bottom of a bird cage in the next. And the universe could be created by God Almighty in one moment, and by a big explosion in the next. And on and on. So, if you're intrigued and you'd like to join our next meeting, make sure you go to livingstonlibrary.org, click on our event calendar, where you can find Unstuck in Time on Tuesday, December 1st, starting at 7 p.m., and make sure you register. It is a virtual book club that will take place on Zoom, so all registrants will receive the link to that meeting on the day of. And of course, if you need a copy of Kurt Vonnegut's Galapagos, we have about 20 copies in print currently available here at the Livingston Library. And thanks for watching. I hope I'll see you there.